Hi, my name is Ryan Jacobs, and this is a really special video because I managed to get a reservation at the Steep Ravine Cabins at Mount Tamalpais State Park. These reservations are hard to get. You have to go on the California State Parks website and enter a lottery system, and I won the lottery. So I'm going to take my photographer friends Annie and Jasmine. They're going to bring their cameras, and I'm going to bring my camera, which for this trip is going to be the Intrepid 4x5, this guy. And I've got a 135mm lens on there right now, and I'm also going to bring a 210mm lens. So one slightly wide, one slightly telephoto. And I've also got 8 double-sided film holders. So I've got 16 photos maximum that I can take. Let's go see what I can do with them. The first thing we did was hike up to the East Peak. This is where I made the first half of a double exposure. Then we hiked down to our car and drove out to the coast. This is where the cabins are located, all the way on the opposite end of the park from the summit. And this is where I made the second half of my double exposure. After we unpacked, I took a few photos inside the cabin. The famous photographer Dorothea Lange used to stay in these very same cabins. Apparently she made over 1,000 photos here. You can see why. I woke up at sunrise to take one last long exposure of the cabins and the ocean. The next day, I headed to the Harvey Milk Photo Center, where I developed all my sheets of film. And as it turns out, I only used 10 sheets of film, so 8 of them are in these 2 tanks right here, and I'll do one more tank after this. So here are the negatives, starting with the 2 portraits of Annie at different apertures. Here's the wider aperture, but I actually like the narrower aperture better. I think you can see the texture of the wood, and I like her hand in this photo too. Then here's the portrait of Jasmine looking out the window. Came out beautifully, everything's well exposed. And then the double exposure. And by the way, I also took a single exposure just of the cabin. I took a couple, but only one was good. So here's the double exposure and the single exposure. And then I took a photo of this fort on the beach, one with Annie in it, one without. Here's the shot with Annie in it and without. And I like both of them, it just depends what I'm going to use them for. And finally, 2 long exposures of the cabins at sunrise. This one's 16 seconds, this one's 8 seconds. And I actually like the 8-second one better because even though it's a little darker, I think that brings out the texture in the clouds and adds a little more drama. And now it's time to print. This print required some dodging, 10 seconds on the hillside and about 5 seconds on the foreground. That's on a 32-second exposure, f11 on a number 1.5 contrast filter. Now it's time to put it through the chemistry. There they are, the Steep Ravine Cabins. Let's go show Jasmine.
Oh my god! Yo, these are so nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So I ended up making 16x20s from 3 different negatives, plus I made a couple 8x10s as well. Not bad for just 10 exposures. And I got a chance to hang out with my friends. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Take just 1 second to do it right now. It really helps me out. Thanks so much.
Oh my god, no way?
That's you.
Yo, this is sick. I really like this photo.
Yeah, good job, model.
Thank you.
Last thoughts on Steep Ravine. Would you go back?
Yes, I'd go back for a longer time.
Yeah.
Much longer.
Yeah, I want to go 2 or 3 days next time.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye.